Hello, everyone. This is Boyo and the Beard. I'm Boyo. This is the Beard. B, how you feeling tonight?
Doing all right.
All right. What you got going on over there, kid? Yapping.
Not having a good night. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we got we're gonna be in KC here next week. We got the NFL draft here in KC too. I'm really stoked to have a lot of people coming to town. They talked about 300,000 people in Kansas City. Um, I'm pretty excited to let people know. I think Casey's a great place. Diamond in the rough. Well, how you stoked for it, Brian?
Yeah, something to actually do in the off season. Royals suck, so this will at least get us back into football material, and it's at home. It's the first time ever having it here, so it'll be exciting. A lot of revenue and just a lot of folks coming down and coming to see what KC has to offer, essentially.
Yeah, got some Oklahoma Joe's Q39, all the barbecue spots. We got a lot of good breweries too. So um, hopefully people are as excited. Crossroads. You have downtown revitalized a little bit too. So there's a lot of stuff to do. Power and light too if you got bored. So
Yeah, we're too old for that, but yeah,
that sounds like a terrible time for me,
that does.
uh, but could be fun to the young crowd. But tonight, just a little bit of fun mock draft simulator going on. Brian and I are going to uh, pick guys for all 32 teams or 31 teams. I guess Miami doesn't get a pick, um, and kind of see what you think of each other's drafts. So we're gonna bring this
Little
guy.
something different compared to the last couple episodes where we were doing fantasy drafts for the season.
Yeah,
But obviously, since we have the draft coming up, that's what we decided to go with. Kind of see where guys are going. I think we're both going to take into account positional needs and all that stuff and kind of go there. I don't know about you. That's where I'm going. I'm not going to have any crazy.
yeah. I don't have a reference point for a lot of these things. I think we got a lot of smoke screens going on with Houston's pick. To be fair, I don't think like why would they announce this stuff to everyone 2 weeks prior to or a week prior to the draft?
What they announced.
No, I'm saying like why would we know the war room of these teams? No one's telling who they're picking, and I don't know. We can based upon positional needs, but uh, who knows? You know.
And I guess what I'm going to go with is positional need, fit, how they would fit,
Mhm.
and then obviously I think the first two picks are obvious, and then the other two quarterbacks that are projected first round, they're kind of a crapshoot. Um, I was talking with you today about doing a poll on who's the has the bigger chance of being a bust, Will Levis or Anthony Richardson. So
Uh,
I
I,
think they're going to go to teams that need a quarterback, not necessarily a good fit, but I'll explain those picks when we get to them. So
okay. All right. I think I may throw a little bit of a curveball on that one.
you're going to
So
curveball it. Okay.
we'll see. Honestly, if I get 3 picks right, like legitimately, I'm feeling pretty good about that. 10%.
I'm feeling it. I want at least 10.
10. Okay, man. Good luck. All right, Brian. If you want to go ahead and show your screen or switch over to the draft here real quick.
Okay.
All right, so we got both these. So this is yours. This is mine. Carolina is on the clock. What do you got?
I've been reading some stuff lately, and obviously Bryce Young's the number one like guy up there currently, which I don't know what it is, but they've been having CJ Stroud drop to 7 or 8 in a couple of ones that I saw, and
Yeah.
I think that's just laughable. Um, I think Stroud's Carolina's guy. I think that's why they traded up to get the number one pick. Um, I mean, they're both good. Bryce Young and Stroud. I just think Stroud has the better. I don't know. I just think he's better, and the height. I think would be probably going to be an issue for Bryce Young. I mean, C.J. Stroud played great against Georgia, so it's not like he's playing a lot of bum teams out there.
Yeah.
Um, so I'm gonna go C.J. Stroud for Carolina.
All right. So, I think just to keep things kind of in same vein, go ahead and maybe do your first 10 picks, or do you want to do the whole thing? You have to
I'm good
go.
with every other. We can just
Um,
talk about what your strategy. I would prefer every other instead of just
okay.
ripping 10 and then
And
going through them.
so, really, I'm gonna go opposite. I think they're gonna go Bryce Young. I I know he's 5'10". He's got small hands. I don't know. I think I think they're gonna pick him, mainly because of his ability to improvise. So I think that's Jalen Hurts gets a big contract here recently. Um, Mahomes is kind of elusive when he wants to be. You got Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson is run all. I think Bryce Young goes for the first one. I think C.J. Stroud maybe a little bit more safe, but I think Bryce Young maybe. I think he's going to go number one overall.
Okay.
Houston Texans. What do we got?
Obviously, I think 1-2 is Stroud Young, and I think you can flip flop. But I just think Carolina's Stroud's their guy. But obviously Houston needs a quarterback. They're not going to throw out Davis Mills and
I wouldn't think so.
was that Jeff Driscoll that they were running out there combo at the end of the year? I don't think they're
Yeah,
going to do that unless they just throw a total wrench in the plan, trade down, or just draft defensive wise and hope for and tank again to get Caleb Williams next year. I don't think they do that.
yeah,
Um, D'Amico Ryans, I don't think he's about that life. I think he's going to try and put the best team out there that he can, regardless of what they got. So Bryce Young for me.
okay. And this is where I differ. I'm riding the Anthony Richardson hype train.
Oh,
I think he is a freak of nature athlete, and I know he had a 60 some odd percent or whatever completion percentage here last year. Florida was trash. Um, I I don't know. I mean, after he threw that bomb in the in his pro day, and then he goes and does a backflip, and it literally looks like he's jumping on a trampoline. I Can you imagine your quarterback doing that after he scored a touchdown? Patrick Mahomes going and doing that. I don't know. I think that's my wrench. To be fair, so
okay.
all right, Arizona.
Oh, they needed a lot of things. D Hop wants out. You don't have your quarterback to start the year. O line's garbage. Um,
JJ Watt's retired.
JJ Watt just retired. Zach Allen's gone. Buda Baker wants out.
Yeah.
Brian Murphy just left. Top corner. Um, I think they go D line here and they try and place Zach Allen. Believe they play a 3-4, and I think Will Anderson Jr. is the guy. Quick. So I'm going to go Will Anderson.
Same exact thing that I was thinking of. I think you need a surefire thing in this organization right now. I mean, I think they have problems with someone else in their, management. They have allegations going on there. I think you need a surefire thing. I think Will Anderson is the go-to here. So I agree. Their facilities are trash. I feel bad for anyone that's going into this situation, to be honest. But some they got to draft someone. So Will Anderson.
4, again, Colts. I feel like they just have to draft a quarterback here. They've tried to get the old guy that's on his last leg for the past, I don't know, 3 or 4 years, something like that. Matt Ryan, Philip Rivers. They tried the Carson Wentz. Just a lot of just trying to plug and play, hoping that their O line can. They had a good O line for the last 3 4 years, and they were trying to hope that their defense and O line and running game would make it work to where they would win something. I think they're kind of in a weird spot. I would put them more in rebuild mode. Um,
But they spent so much money last year
yeah,
on I it just didn't make sense.
yeah. So I think they have to go quarterback here. My dilemma is Will Levis, Anthony Richardson. Obviously, I don't feel comfortable with either one of them, but I feel like they have to. Um, you can go either or here, in my opinion. I don't think any one of them has the upper hand, um, but I'm gonna go just Will Levis, in my opinion.
All right. Oops, I was not trying to know. So Will Levis is who you take. I think they're gonna go. I still have CJ Stroud on the board. Um, and so I think he gets taken there. I think for the same reasons they need a quarterback. I think mine maybe a little bit more of a sure thing than CJ Stroud's a little bit more sure thing than Will Levis, but
Yep.
I mean Will Levis is kind of a freak of nature. I mean he's huge, huge human being. Um,
I mean, I get that.
he's got a decent. It looks like he has a decent work ethic. You can't look like that and be a slouch. So
I get that.
I think
I think
it's
you're kind of going off freak and combine lifting and just freak athletes.
yeah.
Um,
It's not to say
not bad to go that route, but at the same time, it's
everyone's a freak,
what you put on tape.
right?
What you put on
Yeah,
tape. I don't think Richardson or Will Levis put anything on tape that was that's my guy. He's a top 5 quarterback.
sure.
Uh, Young and Stroud for sure, top 5 quarterback. If you just look at the tape, the schools they played out, and just kind of the numbers they put up. But yeah, I don't think you can go wrong going quarterback at 4. So
Sure. Um, so we'll go ahead and get you pulled up there. Seattle's on the clock. What are we doing?
I did a mock one earlier, and I think I went D line here. I guess obviously look at it. It says team needs guard and center. I don't think there's any guards or centers that are worth the 5th overall pick. I think you kind of go best available here, but at the same time, kind of look at position wise. Jalen Carter would be a stud in that defense. I feel like they need another D tackle to shore up their run game. They've been kind of trash in the run game, in my opinion, the last couple years. They haven't really played good against the run. If I remember correctly, the Chiefs kind of ran over them last year. But you also, I feel like you need another secondary guy to get your number 2 corner. They have Kobe Bryant and gosh, I can't remember the other guy. I don't know, but
Tariq Woolen.
he was not a rookie last year. I think
Tariq
that sounds right. Something.
Woolen. Yeah.
Yeah, Tarek Woolen. There you go.
Or Tark Woolen. Yeah.
But I think Pete Carroll's secondary guy, so I'm gonna go Devon Witherspoon here. Best corner in my opinion.
All right. I think they're going with Jalen Carter. That dude's a monster. He's, I know he's got the problems that he had over the off season, but I think Jalen Carter is who Seattle's going to pick up. That is a large man, and if he gets on, if he gets his mind straight, he's going to be a freak. So we go, Mr. Carter. Detroit.
Also, I want to preface by saying we're doing no trades, so obviously there's probably going to be a couple of trade downs in the actual draft. We're just not doing that. And then Lions. Again, tight end. I feel like 6 is too high to draft a tight end. Receiver. I don't think they really need a receiver. I don't know. You got Jameson Williams and Amon Ra. I guess you could go receiver there just because you have 2 picks in the first round. You can just kind of pick your litter. But they did just trade Jeff Okuda. So my 2 picks on this one were either Christian Gonzalez or Tyree Wilson because I feel like they needed another edge to match with Hutchinson. But I feel like corners their main need here. So I'm going to go back-to-back corners here. I'm going to go Christian Gonzalez on this
one. Okay, and I am going with Tyree. I think that's the spot to go. To be fair,
another pairing for Hutchinson. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be Tyree. So, yeah, shore up the defensive line. Make sure that Hutchinson's so good. I think he's quite a player too. But I think the offensive side is fine. I don't understand the wide receiver, and I definitely wouldn't want to use a number 6 pick with these wide receivers in this class. Maybe so.
Well, yeah. See, they have another pick, don't they? Yeah, 18. I feel like 18's more of a wide receiver spot to go at.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go Tyree Wilson. All right. In your Raiders on the clock.
I mean, oh man, Raiders can do a lot of things here. Obviously, QB, O lines, D lines trash. Corner would be another good one for them. They're really thin there. But I think out of all the teams that are left, they're the most QB heavy team. And I think they're gonna pull a little Chiefs action, and Jimmy G is not the guy that's going to get you to the Super Bowl. He might get you into a wild card playoff game, but I don't think Jimmy G is the answer. I think they're just doing a little plug the hole there and hope to be somewhat relevant the next couple of years. But I think they're going to take Anthony Richardson and learn under Jimmy G, kind of like Mahomes did with Smith for at least a year or 2.
Okay. Definitely one that I thought about a decent bit, but I think Jimmy G is going to be decent for him for the next couple of years, and maybe they can find someone later on down the road. It kind of sucks for Devontae Adams, but I think that's who they're gonna rock. They don't have any cornerbacks on their squad. I'm gonna go with Devin Witherspoon.
Yeah. That was my dilemma as well.
I mean, if you're facing the Chiefs twice a year, if you're facing, Jerry Jeudy is a good receiver too. Maybe the Broncos turn something on. You got Herbert, and you got to have a decent defense, and snagging a decent corner on some of these receivers is going to be necessary. So, yeah, I think you go Devin. For Atlanta, what are we working with?
This was another one where I was thinking about doing what you did and going corner for the Raiders and leaving another quarterback available. But again, I feel like the Raiders need a quarterback more because I don't think Jimmy G's the guy. He's steady. He's a game manager. I don't think game manager is going to get it done for you, so that's why I went Richardson on the last pick. And then for the Falcons, I was thinking quarterback as well, but I don't feel like they gave Ritter a shot. He played, 4 games, something like 4 to 6 games, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he's the answer either, but I don't think you saw enough of him to definitively say, yeah, he's not the guy. I think they'll give him another year, maybe two, to get some better knowledge of the game, get some more starts, and see what he can do. Um, I also was thinking about receiver here. You got Drake London. That's about it, right? Wide receiver wise, and then you obviously have Kyle Pitts, but I think they're going to be more of a run team than occasional throw. I would put Ritter throwing 15 to 20 times a game to win games. I feel like that's how they have to do it.
Yeah.
They had a good run game last year, obviously, Patterson and Algier.
Algeria, yeah.
So I think if they go defense here, I'm going to go Tyree Wilson, stud edge rusher.
All right. Definitely one I was kind of battling with is he gonna go to Atlanta or Detroit. For Atlanta, they put a decent offseason together, really. But I'm gonna go Kalijah Cansey. He's a big lad.
Yeah,
he is humongous.
That's another. Everyone's talking about his size as well. It's like it's kind of the same size as the best defensive lineman in the league, Aaron Donald. And
he is so big.
Same school as well. So I feel like Pitt knows what they're doing with D tackles.
He's so big. So Atlanta could be kind of sneaky this year. They put together a decent offseason. So
and that division's trash. So
that's true. Chicago, what are we doing?
A lot of needs. I mean, you could really go anywhere here besides quarterback, running back.
They're linebackers. They picked up Edwards from.
Yeah, I mean, you can go a lot of places on the Bears. Quarterback, running back, wide receiver, and tight end. I feel like they're only set positions. Nothing really.
They have so much cap room, even so.
Yeah. Fields was running for his life last year. I'm going tackle here. I'm going Skoronski.
Yeah.
You got to protect your main asset on offense. So.
Yep, and he's just down the street at Northwestern. I think it's an easy pick too. So that should be. Yeah, Skoronski has to go there. So that'll help Justin Fields. What Eagles?
That's where you're going with as well?
Oh, yeah, Skoronski. Yep, I agree. I think it's an easy fix.
Surprising to me that the Eagles' needs are wide receiver. They have two top 20 receivers, in my opinion. I don't know what that's about. They obviously lost a guard in free agency. Center, you have Jason Kelsey. I know he's on the cusp of retiring after this year.
Was there a rumor that the center? I thought the center that they drafted last year is going to be taking center roles this year, and Kelsey is going to be in the guard.
No, that was Landon Dickerson last year. He was a center at Bama, and he moved to left guard. I don't know if I haven't read up on if that's changed or not.
I mean, I would potentially go, switch him back maybe. I don't know. Kelsey's good at his job though, so
yeah. And then they also have safety as a need. They lost both of theirs in free agency, so I know they have. What's his name? Can't remember. They had one that they drafted the previous year to learn this year as a rookie. And, he played
the white kid.
No,
Blankenship.
I think he will start. I think I'm of another guy. Maybe not.
Yeah, I think Blake.
I was thinking of Nakobe Dean at linebacker. That's not bad.
Yeah.
But you just lost your own Hargrave. I feel like your D lines, your bread and butter, Jalen Carter's gonna be my pick here. Falling off a little bit, in my opinion. I think the troubles that he's had, and I just feel like he doesn't really have a good work ethic, and they were talking about how he put on some weight, a lot of weight from
Yeah, like 20
the
pounds.
championship game to his pro day or whatever he had, and
Yeah.
so I think he falls a little bit to 10, and that fits perfectly with what the Eagles want to do and pair him back up with his buddy Jordan Smith that also played at Georgia.
If this happens, yikes.
Oh boy,
Right. Can you imagine Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter coming after you?
yeah, nightmare. You're not running the ball up the middle.
Oh my gosh. I that'd be unbelievable. They would crank the sack record next year.
Yeah,
Those two dudes would take up so much space. I hope that doesn't happen. To be fair, I do think they're going to be sticking with um, uh, a defensive guy. I think they're going to go down Nolan Smith. Um,
okay.
maybe a little bit. I think Nolan Smith is so good. So, um, what do you think? Uh, we got Tennessee on the board. They need a lot too. They got a new GM midway through the season after AJ Brown went absolutely bonkers against
Yep.
them. Um, Tannehill, I guess, is back in. Malik Willis throws like 96 yards last
Yeah.
year.
The new GM came in and said Tannehill's the guy for this year.
That's not good for Malik. Eeh.
The league just didn't. Malik just looked awful last year, so
Yeah.
that's not surprising that they're going to go Tannehill. I think they're just going to tank the year. Maybe get in the Caleb Williams race. Um, yeah, wide receiver and O line. Taylor Lewan, I don't know what he's doing. Another top 10 tackle. I don't think he's signed. I know he's torn his two ACLs in the last 3 years, so he's kind of, and he's 30, 31, something like that. So yeah, wide receiver, O line. I feel like those are the biggest needs. I feel like wide receivers are more pressing matter to try and pair someone up with Burks, and I feel like they're going to start getting away from ramming the ball down the throat with Derrick Henry. He's getting up there in age and snaps and all that stuff. So I think they kind of stick with what they normally do with the run game more. But I also feel like they get another good receiver in there that can change up the game.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of Quentin Johnston, I'm going to go Jackson Smith and Jigba. I think he'll complement Burks. They're kind of two different receivers, in my opinion. Yeah, that's what I'm going with.
Yeah, I think they're going to try and enter the Drake May or Caleb Williams lottery here next year as well. Will Levis left on the board. I don't know if you want to waste this pick on Will Levis. To be fair, I think they go with Paris Johnson. I think they're going to kind of shore up the
Left tackle.
yeah. See if they can't protect the quarterback a little bit. Tannehill's getting old. If he gets hurt, then you got Malik Willis, and that's I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe you do want that. I don't know.
I don't think you go back-to-back quarterbacks in back-to-back years
Yeah,
early. So I feel like the Will Levis pick doesn't really sit well there.
Yeah. All right, we're back at Houston.
Again, you could pick anywhere here besides quarterback since they take Bryce Young, in my opinion.
And no left tackle. They got Tunsil.
They got that's, and then you got the Pierce at running back. I feel like those are the only set in stone positions.
Although he can't block.
You can't block, but again, you're not. I just don't feel like with the year he had, the only running back that would be good for the first round would be Bijan. I don't think you would take him at 12. I think you need other positional needs that are essential. They just traded Brandon Cooks, so I'm gonna go Quentin Johnston here.
Yeah, I agree. That's what I had as well. So, stay down in Texas. Quentin Johnson does. I know people talk about some of his uh, how he catches the ball, maybe a little bit weird, and he's not concentrating. Maybe thinking about the run after the catch, but he was hanging out down with Mahomes. Supposedly here these past couple days at Mahomes camp. So, um, but yeah, I think they're going to pair a quarterback up with a wide receiver. So we'll see. I got Quentin Johnson as well.
Okay.
Jets on the board.
Do, do, do. Um, I guess this kind of all depends on the Aaron Rodgers trade, but yeah, I feel like they need O line help. They've had a couple guys, Elijah Vera Tucker towards ACL. A couple other guys had some injuries. I think they go O line here, trying to shore up. Uh, what's his name? Beckham,
Yeah,
something Beckham tackle. But I think they go Paris Johnson here, another tackle, and they figure out which
big
one
dude.
plays left tackle or which one plays right tackle. I think you can't go wrong either way. I know Paris Johnson doesn't have a lot of snaps at right tackle, but I maybe play him at left tackle and Beckham at right tackle to get under his feet after the injury. But I think they go tackle here. So
I agree. I think they're going to go tackle, but I'm going Broderick Jones um, for the Jets.
and I feel like he was for sure right tackle, correct? Let's look at his snap
Yeah,
count.
because wasn't Johnson on the left side?
Nope, he was two different teams. Ohio State and Georgia. Nope.
Oh, good
Broderick,
God.
Broderick Jones played most of left tackle.
Yeah.
I don't think you can go wrong either way on either of those.
Oh, it's Dewan Jones. That's the other one. Man, Dewan and Broderick, I am going to get those guys all sorts
Yeah.
of mixed up, but um, Broderick.
Pats, stay Pats. They don't need a quarterback. They're going to go with Mac Jones or Zappi. I don't think they're going to. Granted, I don't think all the four quarterbacks I think go in our first round are already taken, so I'm not even going there. They could go O line as well, or edge. I think they need another pairing with Matthew Judon. I think they're going to go Lucas Finesse. I feel like that's kind of a Bill Belichick guy.
I mean, I thought the same thing. I just don't understand with like he really didn't play at all at Iowa. I I don't know what the reasoning was. To be fair, I think they're gonna go with Darnell Wright, kid from Tennessee, shore up
Right
the
tackle.
offensive line.
Okay.
Yeah, they already got Stevenson as well. But then again, I don't think it really matters in Bill Belichick's offense. It's next guy up on the for the running backs. So, who do you got for Green Bay?
Again, they have quarterback here. I think that's dumb. You spent the draft capital on Jordan Love. Obviously, Rodgers doesn't want to be there, so they're going to find a trade there. So I think Jordan Love's their guy this year. Spend that draft capital on him 3 years prior to just try and pick up someone here, and there's nobody here anyway. Obviously, you can go wide receiver, tight end, D line, safety. A lot of options here. I think they and Robert Tonyan just left. You got Romeo Dubs and Christian Watson as your receivers, so I think they go tight end here, and I think they're going to go Dalton Kincaid to get all the scraps that Watson and Dubs leave.
That's yeah, and I guess that will be like the second offensive player. If that's the case, to be the second offensive player that they've drafted in like the last 14 years. That's nuts to me.
Receiving wise, yes, because they obviously
Um,
drafted Jordan Love a couple years ago. But
yeah, I don't know. I think it'd be
They haven't drafted a wide receiver since
Well, they did Christian Watson last year. He's number like 24, wasn't
no first round. They haven't done.
he? Was it second round 24?
I think he was second round if I remember correctly. He
Well,
was definitely second round because the Chiefs passed on him.
um,
Forget who it was, but it was something like early 2000s. Javon Walker was the last receiver they took in the first round. I can't remember what years he played. Let me look that up on my phone real quick. Anyway, continue. Sorry.
yeah, let's see. See, Dalton Kincaid, Ren McGee. I think we're going with Brian Branch on this one.
Okay.
For safety.
2002 for Javon Walker, last first round wide receiver picked by the Packers.
Goodness.
Again,
Doing some offense after Rodgers leaves, but
yeah, back to back to Washington here. Another team that needs a QB. Excuse me.
let's see.
Again, no QBs left available that I feel like are first round worthy. I think they're going to let Sam Howell sling it this year. See what he's got in him, kind of like the Falcons with Ritter.
Mhm.
O-line's another big part. Their D-line's pretty much set. So I think they're going to go corner. I think they're going to go corner here. I'm going to go with Deontay Banks.
Okay. Let's see. I guess with EB coming in, I don't know. I can't see him trying to make a huge splash. In this first one, getting rid of the quarterback. I don't know. There just doesn't seem. Sam Howell's going to be there. To be fair, so I think we go with Christian Gonzalez from Oregon. So Steelers, who do you
got? Definitely O-line help, in my opinion. I don't think either of their tackles are anything to go home about. Definitely corner. They lost Sutton. This one, I'm trying to decide. I think it's going to be Joey Porter. I think that's the corner they're going to go with to replace Sutton. See what he's got for him. And obviously his dad played there, so a little homage there.
Yeah, Joey Porter as well is who I had. I know they signed Patrick Peterson, but he's 33, so I think it'd be good for the young folks to have him around. But Joey Porter is who I go with as well. In Detroit, who are you going with?
Traded Hawkinson away. I think they obviously have wide receiver, tight end. D-line already went corner with them earlier in the draft. But I think they're going to go Michael Mayer, Notre Dame tight end, to replace Hawkinson, give him Goff another offensive weapon. That offense was pretty good last year.
Yeah, I think Michael Mayer is the first tight end off the board as well. Or I guess you had Dalton Kincaid, but I think this is the pick where I think Michael Mayer goes to Detroit.
Mayer's the for sure solid guy. The reason why I went Kincaid, like you said, going off physical and all that stuff, just a freak. He's more of a freak than Mayer, in my opinion, but Mayer's the more solid starter right away. Kincaid has the ability to turn into something great, in my opinion. So I think that's why they're kind of doing that.
Yeah, fair enough. We got Tampa.
Oh gosh, they need a lot of things.
What are they doing?
They just need a lot of things. I mean, you can go anywhere here, really. I think the only thing that's said is wide receiver, obviously with Godwin and Evans.
Yeah, I can't imagine they're going to spend any more money on.
Right tackle, you're set. I think running back, you're going to rock with Rod White for a couple of years. Winfield, and then you got your linebackers. I feel like they're Shaq Barrett's coming off an injury. So I think they're going to add another edge guy. I think they're going to go Nolan Smith here.
Okay. Um. Yeah, I guess I'd have had him going to Philly in 10. Um. Yeah, they need a lot of things. They got Baker Mayfield, they got Kyle Trask. Um. I don't know. Will Levis, if he's
There you
still
go with.
there, no, I'm going Lucas Van Ness. Um, is who they're gonna snag. So we'll see. We'll see what they do with them.
Okay.
Seattle.
Seattle passed on uh, Walker earlier. Sorry, Carter. I'm thinking of Walker from Trayvon Walker from last year. They passed on Carter earlier to get a corner to shore up the secondary. Cansey falls to them here. They just like everyone said, they're just worried about his height, how well he'll do. But again, he's Aaron Donald esque, so I think they go add another secondary guy here. I think they're pretty much set on offense with what they can do right now. Stud running back, 2 stud receivers. Uh, Geno Smith will get you to the playoffs, but again, they haven't. They're too far back to get that next quarterback. That's going to be the guy that's going to be the for sure thing to get him to a championship. And they also just paid Geno, so can't see here's sure up the D line, run stuff.
Okay. And I will go quarterback here if they have Will Levis Fulton this far. I know they gave Gino money here recently, but it was like a third. It's like 30 some million that was guaranteed. A lot of it was he was betting on himself.
Yep.
And I think if you learn anything from Geno Smith last year, it's you keep going till you make it. And he's like 32, 33, something like that.
Yep.
And finally breaks through, has a really nice season. But I think that's something paired with Will Levis's athleticism and some of his traits. I think he's a hard worker, as well. Is going to take after that. So I think they do draft Will Levis at 20 if it's going to fall down to him that far.
Okay.
Chargers. The old Bolts.
Again, I don't know why wide receivers on there. I feel like they have 3 solid receivers. Williams, Allen, and Carter. That was kind of weird to me. Linebacker, they definitely need to figure that out. Tranquil came to the Chiefs. Obviously, jacked about that. All they have left is Kenneth Murray there. But again, linebacker-wise, I don't think there's anything special for the first round unless you're considering the edge rushers and a 3-4 defense as the linebackers, which some teams do. Corner, I feel like they're pretty set at corner. J.C. Jackson and then Asante Samuel Jr. So that's another weird team needs for me, in my opinion. That's kind of weird. What a team needs should be on their team is their interior defensive line is absolute dog water. Teams were running all over them up the gut last year. If you're not running to Khalil Mack or Bosa, you run that thing up the gut and you get guaranteed 5-6 yards. So I think they try to ensure that up and take Brian Breezy.
Yeah, and I think that was what I was going with as well. So, yeah, they get some freaking natures on the outside, but If you don't give it to him, then just hold him off. So linebackers, there's not anyone. I think the kid from Iowa has been talked about being decent. Um, but yeah, I think of Brian Breesy. So we'll see. Ravens just snagged OBJ here this past week.
Yeah,
15 million.
absurd. Um,
Yeah.
just trying to make Lamar happy.
If
Um,
if 15 million is what it takes to make Lamar happy, do you think it's worth it or no?
I mean, how long does that keep him happy though?
I don't know. He's got a new contract with a lot of money. He could be pretty happy for a pretty long time, I think.
Did he get a contract?
I mean, if what I'm saying is if OBJ's contract is, the match to keep Lamar Jackson around, is it worth it?
Again, yeah, I guess if that makes him happy for this 1 year he's on the tag, I don't think they figure out a deal anytime soon. You just saw Jalen Hurts' contract come out. Less guaranteed money than Lamar was offered. Lamar was offered 200 guaranteed. At one point, he said, "No, it needs to be 250 like Watson," which
No. Yeah, it's not going to happen.
Deshaun Watson just ruined the entire contracts for QBs.
No, 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 no. Cleveland
Cleveland,
ruined,
yeah,
right? They're the
that's
ones that offered.
yes, that's obviously. But
You're
again,
gonna tell me if you're offered a certain guaranteed amount at work, and you say, no, 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 give me a little bit less, please.
but if you're looking at the contracts, just do a little tangent here. 179 million guaranteed to Hurts. I don't think Lamar should even get that much. Hurts took him to a Super Bowl. Lamar's won one playoff game in 4 or 5 tries. So uh, I think his
He does
if
have an
you're
MVP though. He was nuts that year. He was.
MVP first round exit. So I mean, let's apples to apples here. Like, yeah, you won the
Yeah,
MVP, you went
you
nuts,
gotta you
but
gotta win games.
nobody knew what you were going to do. Nobody figured out yet. I think he's figured out. Uh, I don't think he should get a better contract than Hurts did. Hurts took the Super Bowl. Um,
Yeah.
so Ravens, they need a corner or uh, edge. I feel like they always try and get edge with a bunch of freak athletes. I'm gonna go Miles Murphy here. I know they like getting edges every now and then. Owe, sorry. Uh, this is another kind of one of those guys that's kind of a freak, so I think they go edge.
Um. Yeah, I kind of have a couple angles. Like you talked about as well. Miles Murphy was definitely a consideration. Possibility. Baltimore doesn't get D Hop. Even if that's still in the running, I don't know. Um, Jackson Smith and Jigba is still on my board, so there's a possibility of that. But I think they go with a cornerback, Deontay Banks, keeping him in Maryland. Would seemingly move over. I would think pretty easily. Wouldn't have to acclimate to the city. Um, I go with Deontay Banks.
Yep. And Peters left as well, so
Hmm.
definitely need a corner.
Yeah. Vikings. What do you got?
I mean, you can again Vikings another team. You can go pretty much anywhere you want. Thielen's gone. KJ Osborne's on his last year of his deal. I think they go receiver here to take some pressure off Jefferson, so he's not being the only guy out there trying to make plays. Um, I'm just trying to decide between Flowers or Addison.
Flowers is so quick. He is so quick.
And that's why I think I'm going to go him for the little slot play.
Yeah.
He's not going to be playing on the outside much because he's 5'9". So I think it'll be a little gadget guy and slot guy. So I'm going to go Zay Flowers.
Okay. I'm going to do a wide receiver as well, but Vikings are stoked if Jackson Smith and Jigba is here. A little
Oh
Slaka
yeah,
to help out. They are smashing that so quickly to help out Jay Jetta. Um, yeah, that I think that's a no-brainer. But
I just that all depends on if he falls that far. I just don't
no,
see him
for
falling that
sure.
far. But yeah,
Yeah. Jaguars. What do you got?
um, they just lost the right tackle to the Chiefs. I know guard center, edge, and DB are big factors. They lost one of their corners as well. I just feel like they're going to shore up the right side for Lawrence. I think they're going to go Darnell Wright.
Um, yeah, that's fair. Uh, I think they go with Miles Murphy um, on the other side. So Trayvon Walker and Miles Murphy. We'll see. New York Giants. What are you going with?
Um, this one's kind of tough for me. Obviously, they need a receiver. That's just hands down. They also lost Jordan Love. They're starting safety here, um, which I think is kind of huge. Um, I still just think wide receivers the more pressing matter. Uh, so I think they go Jordan Addison here and skip on Brian Branch, unfortunately.
Okay. Um, I go with another receiver. Old Zay Flowers. He is so quick, um, really speedy, and seemingly has a good amount of these short routes to help out. So um, I think he's going to be good, and he somehow ends up with the ball in his hands downfield, multiple times. So I think he's really clever. I think he gets the nod. Dallas.
Dallas again. I don't know why they have running back on there. That's dumb. Tony Pollard was loads better than Zeke last year. I think he's your guy for the next couple of years. I mean, I'm fine with them drafting a running back in later rounds as a backup, but I wouldn't put that as a team need, in my opinion. Uh, Interior D line's definitely one of those iffy spots for them. Linebacker's another weird one that they have on there. Vander Esch, Parsons, although Parsons is kind of a anomaly where he plays kind of wherever.
Just
Um,
floats.
Tyrone Smith's getting up there, so I'm thinking tackle here. But Brian Branch also was safety slash he was the slot corner at Bama. I feel like safety and the slot corner for the Cowboys was weak last year. I know they had a couple guys on the injury, so I think they go Brian Branch here.
Okay, I think it's pretty good pick if that's the case. Um, uh, I have half the nerve to think that Dallas just does something silly, snags Bijan Robinson, something like that.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
just, just silly. But yeah, I don't know. I think with the cornerbacks here at this spot, um, I don't know. I think Game Smith is a pretty good player, but let's see. Let's go all, please. Um, oh, yeah. I think Will McDonald is their guy.
Yeah.
Um, well, here we are. Uh, Yeah, just to help out on the D line. I think they're going to need it. So yeah, we'll see. Will McDonald is my pick for the Dallas Cowboys. Buffalo Bills on the clock. They at least lost a couple things here this offseason. Damar Hamlin, I was talking here in the press. He could be back in business, but um, who are the Bills snagging?
Yeah, definitely DB would be where I would put them on the high end of the list. Uh, Davius White's their really only solid corner. Um, Hamlin was kind of slot corner, fourth, fifth secondary guy that would come in. He's got cleared to play. I saw that. We'll see how that goes. Hopefully that goes good for him. And hopefully health wise he's good. Um, but in my personal opinion, I think they need O line help. Uh, Josh Allen was run for his life a lot of times last year. I was looking at some of the stats where he had like top 10 pressure rate against him,
Mhm.
but like he was the O line was just kind of eh. So I'm gonna go Anton Harrison here.
Uh, all right. Um, yeah, I think this one was a pretty tough one for me as well. Um, I kind of thought about Bijan here as well, um, but I mean they got James Cook.
I think Cook's
Um,
the guy. Yeah,
they picked up Harris, right? They picked up him as well. So um, I don't know. I don't see that. I feel like they have to go with a cornerback. Um, I'm going to go with Emmanuel Forbes. Bengals. What are we rocking?
Um, obviously they need a tight end. Hurst Hurst left. They picked up Irv Smith, but Irv Smith is a walking glass bottle, so he's gonna get hurt walking to the facility and doing something, getting a soda out of the soda machine. He's gonna get hurt. Something's gonna happen. But I feel like there's no other tight end to really pull the trigger on this early. You got Musgrave, Laporta, a couple Washington's another one that we've talked about that's up there, but I don't think they wasted on the tight end. Uh,
Not
I
those.
think I think they're going to go DB here. Emmanuel Forbes from Mississippi State is my guy
All right, and
because
I
I
think
think.
they go on.
Sorry, I was gonna say I don't think Eli Apple is. I can't remember if Eli Apple is still on their team or he's a free agent, and then you have Awuzie coming back from an ACL, who was their number one corner. So I think they need secondary help there.
Yeah, I think they do go tight end. Dalton Kincaid is still there, so I think he's going to be um, either go-to guy. But I mean, they're another one that needs a. Uh, do they need help on the offensive side, or is it their defense that needs help? I don't know. So
Yeah,
I think go either way. Orlando Brown is such a huge. I think it's going to be. I think he's going to play pretty well for the Bengals, and I think it's going to be helped out a lot. I, I mean, Burrow he has so many. Um, he's going to have a lot more time
yeah.
left. So Dalton Kincaid is where I'm going.
Okay.
Saints.
Saints. Yeah, I feel like they should be having tackle on their needs. I feel like their tackle play was kind of last year. So I'm in between Broderick Jones and Will McDonald just because didn't really have any good defensive end play besides Cam Jordan, but Cam Jordan's getting up there in age and he's kind of declined to the last couple of years, in my opinion.
Mhm.
So Will McDonald or Broderick Jones is who I'm trying to decide between. I think they go Broderick Jones and try and shore up that left side. I think he might be able to play right as well. I can't remember what his stats were. So he played 34 snaps as right tackle and like 1,000 snaps at left tackle. So I think he's their guy though. Shore up Derek Carr's blind side.
All right. And I think we go with Cyrus Torrance here. Um, another humongous man. Um, but I think that's something that they do need. Chris Olave is a freak. Michael Thomas was out there deadlifting 530 pounds the other day. Hopefully he finally comes back. But Derek Carr, I think, is a little bit of improvement from the previous
Quarterback play, yeah.
quarterbacks. To be fair, I mean they could be solid. So, but yeah, got to protect the man you're paying money to. I think they go Cyrus Torrance.
Okay.
Philly, what are we rocking?
Uh, Miles Sanders is gone. This is kind of best player available that he's
Yeah,
lasted this long. You got to go Bijan Robinson here. I know they normally do a running back by committee, but you can't let this guy leave the first round without being picked. And I think Eagles go with him to pair with all the weapons that they have, the two top 20 wide receivers, the top 10 tight end, and top 5 quarterback, and you get him a stud running back that can do it
rich
all.
rich get richer. Bijan goes to Philadelphia. Uh, I think that'd be kind of nuts. Um, man, his he would go so high in dynasty drafts.
Oh, yeah.
It- it-
Is he
Poss-
still on your board?
what on in dynasty drafts in a dynasty startup draft, where would you draft Bijan Robinson if he lands at the Eagles?
Top 15, top 20?
I don't think he's getting out of the second round, right?
No. Is he still on your board, or did you already have him picked?
Sorry?
Let's say, did you have him picked already on your board?
No, I have him going um,
The
to
Eagles as
Eagles
well?
as well. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it'd be nuts. And then the world champion Kansas City Chiefs
Whoop, whoop.
is what Patrick Mahomes said that he requested them to be announced as. Uh, I honestly I think that there's a possibility that the Chiefs move up in the draft. Just to kind of get, just get the home crowd going. I do think they creep up to see if they can't get a tackle a little bit uh, more established. But I do, for me, I think they go with Anton Harrison. So um,
Okay. And you play
yeah,
him at left or right tackle?
I think you play him at right tackle. I think Jawan's going to be a decent left tackle guy. I think Andy Reid was talking about him in the press conference that he did the other day
Yeah.
with Nick Bolton and Patrick Mahomes, and he seemed to be pretty excited. He looks pretty quick. I mean, he's putting in work in some of these off season. I understand Chiefs love the off season videos.
Yeah.
Justin Ross sightings get
Yeah.
everyone going. Um, but I don't know. I think it'll be all right. So
Oh, I was say, on top of that, if you can make OBJ switch to right tackle, left tackle, I think you could do it with anyone. So I feel like, yeah, Javante is definitely going to be left tackle. I'm torn here between McDonald and I'm a homer, K State fan. So Felix Udike Zama is high up there, and that's kind of a homer pick. So it's between those two, and then my third guy that I'm kind of torn between
Mozzie,
uh, is
Dewan,
Dewan Jones.
Maisie Smith.
Dewan Jones is just a freak, and he's a right tackle. The last 2 years, 700, almost 800 snaps, 6'8". Um, but I think the Chiefs pass on tackle. I think they're going to rock Lucas Niang or somebody else there. Um, I feel like they need to shore some other spots. We definitely need the edge or interior line. So Mossy Smith is, yeah, I feel like he's coming out there, but I don't think they go him. And I'm going to go. This is going to look like a homer pick, but I'm definitely going for Felix and Udike Uzama. KC
A little bit of
is
nepotism going on.
a little bit, but they've seen him the last couple of years,
I can get the crowd going.
and he's close to home, so I feel like they go him.
That'd be the crowd. They definitely get going. What do you think?
I feel like that was better than my last one. The last one I kind of wasn't comfortable with a couple of picks, so I'm actually feel more confident that that one's going to be right than my previous one that I did by myself, not online. But
You watch a lot.
Mike,
You watch a decent amount of college football, right?
yeah,
Okay, I do not.
I might need to take a screenshot of that so I can come back the next episode or a couple episodes from now and
Oh man, I can't wait.
how accurate I was.
That's gonna be a lot of fun to see. Man, who do you think? Who do you think trades in the draft?
Oh boy, I don't know.
Give me three teams. Who do you think?
That trade down.
Yeah, or trade up. Who do you think moves anywhere?
Um, early on, I think Cardinals might trade down.
Yeah,
They're playing for nothing this year. Murray's not going to be back. I don't think Murray plays at all this year, in my opinion. So I think they trade down and get out of that 3 spot and get a couple other picks. And I feel like a team like Raiders, Falcons, Titans might move up for the quarterback spot there. So they'll still be top 15 pick after that. Who else do I think might trade down? I don't know about trading down, but yeah, I'm with you. Chiefs, I feel like might trade up into the low 20s.
Yeah.
For if there are guys there, kind of like we did last year with McDuffie.
yeah.
I feel like they might do something like that. And I think, I guess one of the other ones I might do probably at 5 or 6, Seattle or Detroit trading down for another one of those QB needy teams. They'd still be in the top 15, and they get probably a second or third round along with that. So I feel like for sure Titans probably moving up, Falcons moving up to get ahead of those other QB teams. Maybe I don't know.
I got Arizona moving. I think possibility Eagles move back, and I think Chiefs move up. I don't know if I see anything else that jumps out at me. Titans, I think they potentially move. I think Washington may be a spot where maybe the Chiefs try and hop into.
I
I
don't think
know.
that happens. EB's gonna be
Not
like,
that high.
screw you, and I definitely don't think we have the capital to move up that high
Got a lot of picks.
unless we trade first round and little CEH because I think EB likes the shit out of him. But there's gonna be a lot more added on to that to make that work. But I think low 20s for sure.
I think CEH probably. I don't know. I don't think he can be a part of the team next year.
Yeah.
After the not being a part of the parade, I just don't see that happening. Man, that would be kind of nice though, if Washington and did us a solid, took away CEH.
Yep.
Maybe we re-sign McKinnon. Looks like Juan Thornhill is trying to do a little bit of recruiting. So,
Yeah, a lot
um,
of that stuff. I'd be fine with getting CH for fourth, fifth, sixth round pick. I'm
gosh,
fine with it
well, I don't know. We'll see. It's gonna be so much fun over the next couple weeks. I think everyone's pretty amped
Yep,
for it. So, um, and we got a lot of good folks coming out. So I'm pretty excited. I hope the Casey area just puts out some wonderful stuff. So
for sure.
anything else you got, B?
Nope, I think we pretty much crushed it, and I think we're both looking good where people are going.
Yeah, we'll see. I think we're gonna do um, another video maybe Sunday or Monday. The draft next Thursday is going to be really fun. I think we're going to have a couple mates on as well, and throw some bands while
Oh yeah, for sure.
uh, we got Adam back, we got Taylor back, Whitey, uh, and then see Cranch in here as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Cranch loves a good cheese bit. So um,
Absolutely.
anything else, B?
I think that's it. I think we pretty much settled where everyone's going. That's how it's going to be. That's if I'm a GM, I'd follow mine. So yeah,
If I'm a GM, I'm probably not following mine. To be fair, so, I think it's just a whole lot of fun doing the mock drafts.
for sure.
It's yeah, we'll see. Like I said, if I get 3 right, I don't know. Maybe sign me up as a GM.
Yeah,
We'll see. All right, B. Well, take it easy. Have a good night, and we'll see you all next time.
perfect.
Take care.
You too.